Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about selecting, customizing, and applying your false lashes for the perfect fit. So keep watching. First, let's talk about lash bands. While the style of lash that you choose is dependent on your personal style, paying attention to the lash band will ensure a perfectly applied lash. The thicker bands are less flexible and are a little more tricky to apply, and they're best suited for full eye makeups or heavy eyeliner like your cat eyes and your winged liners. Invisible bands are more flexible, making them easier to apply, and they're suitable for all makeup types, from your no makeup or natural makeup look, and even with full eye makeup and liner. Now, the first steps to applying your strip lash is you want to measure it against your eye to make sure that it is not too big or not too short for your eye. You want to make sure that you have a good fit and customize the fit, and that would help to prevent lifting in the corners. All right, so for me, I am going to go with this lash. It has a little extra va-va-voom, but I'm not wearing any eyeshadow today, and I selected a transparent band because of this. So this will blend in nicely with my eyes and my lash line. And also, again, these are really just easier to apply because they're so light. They have flexibility in them, so they will form to the shape of your eye a lot easier than the thicker bands, which don't have as much flexibility. You can see there is a lot of kinks when you try to bend this. So these don't conform really well to the eye. And again, that is why with the help of eyeliner, you can camouflage any issues that you might have with these bands. Now, the first step in applying your strip lashes is you want to give yourself a customized fit. You don't ever just grab it out of the pack and throw it onto your eye. So first, what I'm going to do is measure it against my eye to see if it's a good fit. And I am doing that by just placing it. There's no glue. Well, I haven't applied glue. It's still tacky from the glue that's on it from the package. So I'm really just applying this, well, placing it to see what the fit will be like on my eye. This looks pretty good. I think I am going to trim it a little bit just to ensure that the corners are not going too far in on either side, and that will prevent them from lifting. You know, when your corners lift, that's because they're sort of going into the wetness of your eye, which is where you don't want your false lashes to sit. Because even if you look at your natural lashes, they tend to be really sparse in the center. So you don't want to have false lashes coming into this end. So to do that, I'm going to be trimming them. Before you trim your lashes, you want to pay attention to the style. Now you can see that these are long in the center and they're shorter on the outer side. I don't want to trim it to a point where it gets a long section in the front of my eye, because I want it to still have a natural flow to it. And I'm just gonna take my scissors, and this first bunch right here, I am going to clip that off. And I'm going to do the same at the front. Next, you want to remove the glue that is on the lash from the packaging. You don't want to be applying your lash glue over this stuff. So just take your time and be careful not to pull the hairs out. All right, now let's talk lash glues. I recommend that you get a specific eyelash glue. You can get whatever brand you like. There are tons of them in drugstores. A few lash lines have their own brands. As makeup artists, you will always find duos in our kits. And quite frankly, that is just something that we've been using. We actually use geosurgical adhesive to apply lashes. And because we were using the surgical adhesive as lash glue for so many years, Geo actually was like, all right, you guys, we're going to make you some lash glues so you can leave the surgical adhesive alone. You can get black and you can get clear. I recommend, if you are using a lash with the transparent band like I'm about to do, I recommend that you use the clear glue. The black is helpful. It does hide the band. However, it dries black, so there are more chances that you see a black line on my eye. And because I'm not wearing eyeliner and a full eyeshadow look, that is going to be very obvious. So I'm going to go with the clear. Now, I also wanted to touch on mascara with your false lashes. There are some who don't apply mascara to false lashes at all. You apply your mascara first, then you put on your false lash, or you apply your false lash and then you put on your mascara. I'm actually going to do both ways for you today. So I'm going to apply mascara onto one eye and then apply the lashes so that we can see the difference in application, what's easier, what makes it more difficult, and judge it from there. All right, so I've applied mascara to this eye, and now let us get some lashes on. So first I'll be doing this eye. Again, this is the same lash that I customize and trim. So I am just applying this to the top and the bottom of the band, and I want to make sure that I get the corners really nicely. Now, the easiest way to get these lashes on yourself is you want to have your mirror and you want to place it lower so that you look down. And this will soften the eye, it will straighten the eyelid and allow you to get that lash over your lash line. And you also want to aim for getting the lashes on your eyelashes. You actually don't want to apply the lashes to your skin. And that is why you want to make sure that you're using a proper adhesive so that you don't experience loss of your natural lashes. So what I like to do, I like to push down my natural lashes a little bit because they're actually really long so that they're out of the way. I am just going to go in, and before I put it, I try to make sure that it is lined up at the corners, and then just place that. And then I am holding the lashes and sort of pushing them in. To make sure that they get on there. Now, just to show you what happens right in this corner, it's touching my skin. So if I close my eyes, you can see how that buckles on the skin. And that's why you don't want to attach your lashes to your skin, especially if you're going to be doing a lash that does not have eyeliner to support it, because again, eyeliner will really help to hide all of those mistakes. And this is one lash on, and we do not have any mascara on that. So let's do this side and see what that looks like. Looking down, I am lining up my corners, and that is because I know that I have trimmed this to align to the shape that I would like. And now I am just gently getting this onto the lash line. And the reason why I don't like applying mascara first is I feel like it is hiding, because it makes the base of my lashes so thick. I can't really see what is happening to the base of the false lash. I can't really tell if it's going where I need it to go. And then it's also not giving me enough flexibility to get that on. But it does give a really nice effect because your lashes are defined, and then you can keep the fluffiness of that false lash. Let's apply mascara to this eye and see the difference in the way those lashes look. Now, you never want to have separation between your lash and the false lashes. So what I do, I put a finger behind while I go in with my mascara. And that allows me to give enough pressure to make sure that my real lashes are blending in nicely. Probably should have used the mirror for this, but all right, so this is the different application method for the same lash. These are the natural but extra vavavoom lashes. Of course, I will link all of the lashes that I've spoken about today if I can find them. So this is the application on no mascara on my natural lashes, and then apply mascara to the eye once completed. And this one we applied mascara on my natural lash, and then we applied the false lash, and there is no additional mascara on the falsies. And you guys, I'm going to be blinking at everyone all day. All right, now I have taken off this lash because I wanted to show you another tip that you can use to apply your false lashes. That will also be really great if you are using one of the thicker bands. So I figured let's just try this using this technique. Of course, you can use this for any lash, because this technique is what also will help you get the lash on the lash line. If you feel like you're still having some difficulty, even when you're using your mirror and you're looking down and you're still having trouble getting it on, this is a tip that will help you. Of course, I am going to measure the lash to give myself a custom fit. And this, guys, is so important. It really helps to make the lash application foolproof. And I'll tell you why. Sometimes you may see people recommend that you put the center of the lash on first and then connect the outer corners. And the reason why I don't recommend that is because when you go in, it might not be exactly the center. And then when you connect the corners, you have too much lash where it shouldn't be. Like, you can see I need more lash in this corner because it's gone over here. But when you do your custom fit and you start at exactly the outer corner and you go in after you've done your trim, you already know that this lash has been shaped for your eye. So when you've got your glue on and you're applying it and you start at that outer corner, once you go in, you're getting perfect alignment for your lashes. Now this has been sized to my eye. The trick to an easier application is this. Cutting them in half. You are going to be applying the 2 lashes to make your full strip, but cutting them in half will help you get them on one at a time. I've got my mirror and I'm looking down. Now you guys can already see what's happening with this band because it doesn't have the flexibility. Now you can definitely do this little dance with your lashes, but that is not going to do anything for a thick band. That's just an extra step. It will help a little bit, but throughout the day as you're wearing it, it's going to go back into the shape that it was manufactured in. And that is why, again, these types of lashes do pop off. But I will say the duo adhesives, they are really great with keeping on a heavier lash. So we've got the first piece on. Let us get our second piece. Now also to mention, you do want your glue to get a little bit tacky. I recommend, if you are not comfortable and quick with your lash application, don't let it get too tacky, because you might need a little extra flexibility before it really dries down and locks into place. So if you need to maybe slide it a little over, don't wait until it gets too tacky. I am lining up the corners right here where I cut so that I don't have a gap in the lash. And if a tweezer helps you do this, then please do use a tweezer. I don't know why, but once I have a tweezer in my hand, it makes me feel like my finger movements aren't going the right way. It's a weird thing. It just makes me feel like my finger is just going in one direction and the tweezer's going in another direction. That's just a weird quirk. Because I know some people will ask, well, you didn't use a tweezer, do you not recommend? If it helps you, then do. I can tell you, going in with your fingers, that actually will help you a lot, because you'll have a better grip on that lash. You'll feel connected to it. You'll feel connected to the spirit of your false lashes. If you've been struggling and you haven't gotten it right and you always use a tweezer, maybe just try with your fingers and see if that helps you. And now remember that I already applied mascara. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pinch to make sure that my lashes are nicely blended, because I promise you, there is nothing worse than seeing dusty natural lashes. And when I say dusty, I mean like from your powder, your foundation, and then you have this solid black false lash on top of it. Same way you might see makeup in your hairline. You want to get that makeup out of your lashes, especially if you're going to be popping these on and not applying mascara. That is perfectly fine, but you want to get the product out of your lashes first so that you have a seamless look and there is no differentiation between your natural lash and the false lash. All right, now let's talk removal. Obviously, I have just applied these. The glue hasn't fully set, so I can definitely hold on to them and gently take them off like I did on this eye with the other lash. However, I do not recommend that you do that, especially if you are the person who is wearing a lash every single day. If you maybe wear a lash once a year for your anniversary or for your birthday, okay, fine, because that's not really going to do much damage. But if this is something that you're doing every single day, you don't want to keep doing that, because you're going to thin out your natural lashes. You're going to start pulling a lash out every day. And if you think of all of the lashes that are coming out every single day, you don't want to jeopardize your natural lash because of that. And that's the type of thing that will be gradual, and you don't notice that it's happening until it's too late. So what I recommend that you do is super easy. Grab your favorite eye makeup remover or micellar water, because those are usually formulated to be used around the eyes. And you just grab your Q-tip, Add some to that, and then you just run it along the base, and this will help to loosen the glue and make sure that when you take it off, you're not pulling any of your lashes out. Much easier it was to get that natural lash off because I used less glue. So please, if you are using your gorgeously glam lashes, definitely do this before pulling these lashes off because we don't want your eyes bald. So let's talk cleaning your lashes on removal. Here you can see the lashes I removed. They've got mascara and glue on them, and I'm using a bowl of alcohol that you can get from the drugstore to clean them super quickly. To do that, I just put them in there. I take a spoolie and I'm going to brush through the hairs to remove the mascara that's on them. And I'm being really gentle so as not to tear them. And repeat for the second lash. And then I'm turning them around and I'm just making sure that I'm getting the glue off of the band of the lash. And once that is done, I am just placing them on a tissue and I'm patting the excess alcohol off. And then all you need to do is place them back into your tray, or if you have a special container for your lashes, go ahead and put those on to make sure that they are reshaped and they will be ready to go for the next look. And that's it for False Lashes 101. I hope that this was helpful. Leave a comment and tell me what your lash style is. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.